You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Kristen going down for Rachel and a secret kid and not the one you think, and lots more. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. We have got predictions for Rachel and Kristen, for Brady and Sarah, for Phillip and Belle, for Rachel and everybody, and for Javi and Leo. Let's get right into it. Our very first prediction, Kristen sacrifices her freedom to protect Rachel. So Wednesday spoilers say Kristen cannot keep avoiding the truth, and it seems like it is definitely about Rachel. And on Thursday, Kristen is begging EJ for more time, but time is up. That's the same day that Marlena is distracting Rachel, and the jury reaches the verdict in Johnny's criminal trial with Leo acting as foreperson. So on Friday, spoilers have Kristen needing a favor from Marlena, EJ ready to reveal the truth about his shooter because he knows, and the trial takes an unexpected turn. Also on Friday, Kristen burst into the courtroom just as the verdict is about to be read. So our leaker told us back in February, and I of course told you guys that listen here, that Kristen is shocked because Rachel is EJ's shooter and the kid's not going to go to prison. It looks like that storyline wraps up Friday. It may carry over into Monday with a shocking twist in the courtroom. I believe Kristen may ask Marlena to watch over Rachel, help her through this ordeal. You know, Kristen's been to prison a few times. She's like a frequent cell inhabitant at Statesville. She knows she can do the time even if she didn't do the crime. And Kristen may feel like Rachel shooting EJ is her fault because she had been raging at EJ and threatening him over her mom, Rachel Blake. And we all know that Rachel has been modeling her bad behavior, like when she was sending those psycho texts to Ava Vitale. So looks like Kristen's going to sacrifice herself and go to prison for Rachel. I think Kristen's going to confess and lie and say that she shot EJ, which is a crime that Rachel doesn't seem to remember, unless she is the most conniving and wicked little liar pulling the wool over everybody's eyes, which is possible. Alternately, Stefano may be possessing her. We'll see. Our second prediction, Sarah spills the truth to Brady. So Thursday spoilers have Brady comforting Tate, and Sarah is encouraging Sophia to come clean to Tate next week. Also, Brady questions Sarah. So Brady's dealing with just a ton of crap right now with his two kids, Tate and Rachel, and we'll see how it comes out. But Sarah may find out from Rachel that she shot EJ. And again, we're back to whether she's a wicked little liar or whether she has blocked it and maybe the memory comes out. And of course, Sarah is also sitting on the truth about Tate's baby because Sophia told her the truth when Sarah confronted her. I just wonder if Brady's going to get an inkling that Sarah may know something and then start questioning her, not to be mean, but just because he thinks maybe there's something there to help her. So I think Brady's going to question her about one of the kids. Brady and Sarah have gotten close. She may spill the tea about everything or about 50% of it. You know, maybe she's going to tell Brady about his grandson, even though it would violate her doctor's oath. And that would be a big deal. If she feels like Tate is spiraling and then Brady is spiraling, you know, Sarah may roll the dice, you know, or she may just amp up the pressure on Sophia to come clean. Our next prediction, Phillip makes the moves on Belle. So we all know Belle broke up with EJ after he tried to get a mistrial, and that humiliated her in court. It could have ruined her reputation. Spoilers for Wednesday have Phillip telling Belle that she deserves better, and I think he means better than what she's getting from EJ. We all know Belle and Phillip have a past together. She had a fling with Phillip when Belle was still married to Sean Douglas, and I do know that Phillip cares about her. However, I don't know if Belle would get back with him in a dating situation, but they always say the best way to get over one man is to get under another. So you never know, maybe just a roll in the hay. Phillip has been so unlucky at love since he's come back to town. He wanted to be with Chloe. That didn't work out. Remember, he left his leg and tried to frame Brady for his murder. Messy. So So we'll see what happens with Phillip and Belle, but any fling won't last because Gabby's making moves on Phillip as part of her plan with Tony. And they wind up in bed together very soon. Phillip wakes up with Gabby there. And our leaker said that Gabby and Phillip are going to fall for each other. So we'll see. Our fourth prediction, there's going to be a huge conspiracy to keep Rachel out of juvie. So as I said, our leaker told us back in February, Rachel was the one that shot EJ. And this week looks like it proves true with spoilers about Kristen struggling to avoid the truth and begging EJ for more time. And then at the last minute, she comes in as they're about to read the verdict, makes a big scene, and is going to confess to shooting him because the deal is that somebody's got to go down so Johnny doesn't, and Kristen's desperate to keep Rachel out of juvie. So with Marlena and EJ talking next steps next week in spoilers, I feel like that they are talking about what to do about Rachel to protect her, but also to protect Johnny. And I think Kristen is going to ask Marlena to watch out for Rachel while she's off, get her the help that she needs. And the bottom line is back to, if you remember, CPS has an open file on Kristen and Brady's daughter. They've been told if there's one more stunt, they're going to take Rachel away from them. And this is obviously a huge stunt. I'm still interested to see if the kid remembers shooting EJ. You know, obviously he cares most about keeping Johnny out of prison for a crime he didn't commit. So if Kristen wants to confess so Johnny doesn't go, then EJ gets that. He would absolutely help protect little Rachel, let her slide on shooting him as long as Johnny doesn't pay the price. But I feel like EJ, Marlena, Kristen, Brady, and possibly Sarah are all going to know that Rachel is the real shooter, and everybody is going to conspire to keep it secret. And I think that they are just going to all work together, keep Rachel out of juvie, let Kristen do the time for the crime, and hopefully get Rachel the help that she needs. And our fifth and final prediction, Javi has a secret daughter that Leo doesn't know about, maybe. Javi and Ari were bonding the other day. She told Javi about her wanting to go to Salem U and worried about how Sonny and Will would react. And Javi said that, you know, he told Gabby, I think your fathers are going to be fine. And then Ari talked about how great Will and Sonny are as girl dads. And then she told Javi, like you would have been. And then Ari apologizes. And Javi says, it's not like I think about her all the time. I'm just not used to talking about it. And Ari says, I guess Leo doesn't know. And Javi says, no, and I don't want him to. It's too hard to explain. So yeah, we do know that Javi was in Texas. He was doing his EMT thing there, but then quit after word got out that he's gay. But there might be more to it. You know, it sounds like he had a daughter, and maybe he was married. I don't know. And, you know, he does a good job fostering Sophia's baby. He's a natural, maybe because he has experience. So I wonder if he lost his wife and daughter when he came out of the closet. You know, if Javi does have a secret daughter, Leo's going to be absolutely shocked.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.